Hey everyone, Meg Priest here. I wanted to do a quick update on the Humira that I have been taking for my HS. HS stands for hidradenitis suppurativa, which is a autoinflammatory autoimmune skin condition. Basically, your body attacks your hair follicles and sweat glands and has you break out in these extremely painful lesions. So I started Humira back in June. I was the beginning of June of 2019. And I would say initially I started doing really well. I had the loading dose, which is 4 back-to-back injections at one time, followed by two weeks later. During that time period, I would say my HS was really mild. It had stopped flaring, and things were actually really good. And then I was down to the weekly injections, and I was still continuing to have lesions. The ones that had been there were not going away. Different things like that. And then I would say about 2 months ago, I started having some really strange side effects from possibly the Humira, who knows. And I followed up with a dermatologist who prescribed the medication for me. And then they were like, well, I really don't know what to do, so let's send you to the specialist down in Houston, Texas. So they referred me down to University Texas Physicians Dermatology Department, and I met with a doctor down there and basically explained what I was dealing with and kind of what has been going on. So anyways, I met with this doctor, and he really feels that because I have so many other additional autoimmune components that he believes I have a lupus syndrome essentially going on. And they referred me to rheumatology to get some blood work and stuff done, but the doctor was okay with going ahead and treating me with some medications that would be used regardless. So he put me on Plaquenil, which is essentially like an immune modulator medication, and that is going to be taken twice daily. So 400 milligrams total, 200 milligrams each dose. And then he also put me on once a week low dose methotrexate, which will be 7.5 milligrams of methotrexate every Friday. So that's what I'm on right now. I literally just got my medicine, so I don't really know. I don't have any feedback or anything to give as far as what side effects are like or how I feel. I took my first Plaquenil last night and I did sleep pretty good. But I don't know how it's going to work out for everything else that I've been dealing with. So just to kind of go over like some of the symptoms, I was having like extreme pain in my legs and feet, swollen lymph nodes off and on, just generalized body pain, like pretty much everywhere, bone pain, issues with my thyroid function, just all different kinds of things had been kind of going on. And it was a little, kind of like, okay, is this the Humira? Because that's really the only change. So anyways, I am now on those 2 other additional medications, and they did recommend that I continue with the Humira, but to basically only do it every 2 weeks to once a month versus an injection every week. So I mean, we'll see how it goes, if it helps, if it makes a difference. I mean, who knows, honestly. But a little disheartened because it took me so long to work up the courage to even get on the Humira, and I was really worried about side effects, and then here I am having weird things that happen to very few people, and so it's just been kind of discouraging, but at the same time, it is possibly uncovering something that's been dormant and difficult to diagnose in my body for about 8 years anyway. So I think it may be bringing to light something so that I can finally get a definitive diagnosis with rheumatology as well. So I'm headed over there today, gonna get a slew of blood work done, and then basically just kind of see where we go from there. I meet with a dermatologist in Houston again in about 8 weeks, and we'll kind of go from there and see how things move along as far as what that looks like. with as far as what things look like with Humira and the additional medication. So, so far I am still dealing with HS. I mean, it's not like unbearable. I am able to do things, but unfortunately, because I have all these other things popping up that are causing discomfort, it has limited my ability to do other things that I'd like to do. So, it is what it is, but I'm really hoping that with the addition of these, I can get to a really good quality of life and be able to do, my regular exercise 5 days a week without dealing with extreme pain on my feet or, in my joints and things like that. So we shall see, but I wanted to give you guys an update. I had a couple of comments on the other video that were asking for a quick update. So far, no, like I said, I don't even really have any improvement. I don't even have improvement in pictures. It's not anything that can really, it's nothing spectacular, but I do have less pain in the areas where I'm affected, and less inflammation internally. So, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to give it another 6 months, but if it doesn't do much, I may explore looking into a different biologic or trying something else altogether. So that's what's going on. That is my update for Humira. I hope you guys find this helpful. If you struggle with this and you want somebody to talk to, feel free to send me an inbox or find me on Instagram. And I hope to eventually start spreading a little bit more awareness on this issue. So that's what's going on. I hope this helps.